Welcome to the 2024 All Japan National Championships, the JOC Junior Olympic Cup. The final of the under 60 kilos category, Fukuda Yamata in red against Shirokane Hiroto in white. Straight away you can see that Fukuda just wanting the left-handed grip straight away into the attack there for the Tomonagi. Is he going to plug away with that? He'll have to get some movement if he's going to do the Tomonagi. Wants the sleeve, and he gets movement this time. So a nice draw onto that Yoko Tomonagi. We've seen that so often, haven't we, with the great Kashiwazaki sensei. Kazushi so important. They want to get it off to the side. They need to get the draw on the sleeve. Shirokane, he's going to have to attack. It's been all Fukuda so far. Well, he tried the Kataguruma, Yoko Sutemi Waza. We've seen so many Yoko Sutemi Waza at international level now. But sometimes it can be registered as a false attack if they're not careful. And again, another attempt at the Tomonagi there, Fukuda. We'll have to look for something else as well as the Yoko Tomonagi, and it's a Shido for Shirokane. Arm over the back, and now is he going to look for the Shimiwaza? The follow through to Newaza, so important. The transition has to be continuous from the standing to ground. Oh, look at this! Oh, massive hip movement there from Fukuda. And picked him up, jacked him up onto the hip. And now we see the Newaza, and he follows it down. And he has the belt here, and he's looking for the Obituri turnover. Really good transition there from Fukuda. So now we know he does want to see the transition into Newaza, and Shirokane felt the danger. Left arm over, goes for the Sumigeshi this time. That fell flat, and that's what can happen with it. But he's in the situation for the turnover. Doesn't mind being underneath there. The Fallon roll, the Obituri roll that so many of them are doing, where they come up with the leg trapped and then they take the leg out for the Osai Komi. Well, Shirokane, if he's not careful, could be in danger of getting a second Shido here. No rotation with that Seanagi. And also, the sleeves being pinned. We've got to do something with the pinned sleeves. Have to get some kind of action-reaction. Arm over, looking for the Sumigeshi. And again, it was Fukuda took the initiative. I think one more attack, and there's going to be problems for Shirokane. Broke away there from the Kumikata. They're not really counted as good attacks. They are attempts, but good defense there from Shirokane. 1 minute left on the first 4 minutes, and then it will go into golden score. Left arm over. Sumagaeshi again looking for it, and it's not good enough to count as a full-on attack. Have to look for something else. So good defense from both of these as well. Looks for the Uchimata. Now the Tomonagi. Good combination. That's what he needs to do, is to look for the other techniques as well that link to it. And there's the second Shido up for Shirokani. And now the writing is on the wall here. The work rate from Fukuda starting to pay dividends. Now then, Tomonagi. Oh, yes. Has he got a score? He's straight onto the arm there. And he gets the Jujigatami, gets the submission. And that is what transition is all about. Beautiful Tomonagi there. And he was really quick onto the arm. I think he got the score for the Tomonagi. But he was so quick onto the arm there. Gets the submission. And Fukuda Yamato is the champion at under 60 kilos. The final of the under 66 kilos category, Kantoku Kairi in red against Fukuchi Shientaro in white. Well, I think we've got a left to left here. Always makes it interesting with that front leg. That front leg is what they like to attack. No turn, no rotation there from Fukuchi with that Seoinage. Either that or it was a really good defense from Kantoku. So straight away we can see that Fukuchi opting for the Seoinage, and of course Kantoku knows that, and he's going to want to defend. He's already watched videos. He knows exactly what Fukuchi can do. Wants the inside grip there. Fukuchi looking for that little bit of a space to drop underneath for that Marochi Seoinage. And like all of the top fighters, looking for the readjustment so that he can get deeper every single time. Change of direction there from Fukuchi. Oh, and right the way across there, Kantoku this time manages to really scoot across for the Seoinage. So both of these fighters opt in for the Seoinage. Just all depends who can get that Suruchi hand, that readjustment, that setup, and get the space in order to rotate in. Tomonagi this time. So Kantoku this time opting for the Tomonagi with the space. Have to readjust their judogi every single time, and it's Fukuchi that gets the Shido. Has to attack more. So again, left to left. Always a problem, actually. Left-handers don't like fighting left-handers. Set up. Well, he was set up there, Fukuchi, with the arm for the Seoinage. Opted for the Tomonagi. Are they going to go for the leg? Always, there he goes. Almost went across there for the leg. We see a lot of Ashigurumas and Osotogari Ashigurumas. Interesting that Kantoku is taking cross grip and then sometimes coming across for the high lapel grip, going the opposite way round really. That Osotogari there wasn't far off. Almost scoring, and Fukuchi just managing to climb off it. A lot more freedom now with the Kumakata. Now he has the high lapel grip, Kantoku. Goes opposite again. Just finding that space, that's the problem. And Fukuchi, this time with the Kouchigari. Coming up to the 1 minute mark, first 4 minutes. And again, across for the Osotogari, Ashiguruma. Well, they say that you normally get caught with your own technique. So I think the one that dares go across there for that leg. Into 45 seconds left of the first 4 minutes, into the last minute. Is it going to go into golden score? Now starting to wind it up a little bit. Ouchigari this time, Kentoku. Arm across, and now starting to open up. So another Shido there for Fukuchi. Big danger now for Fukuchi because Kentoku is going to start piling on the pressure. And I think, yeah, just one of the coaches told just to quell it, just a little bit. Too much information while they're fighting. And high lapel grip again from Kentoku. Still looking for the inside grip. So time has gone and the first 4 minutes are over into golden score. Those two Shidos for Fukuchi get carried over, and that means that Kentoku is still going to pile the pressure on now. All the time looking for that left hand to land so that he can attack. Look at that left hand. Starts to come over. Now it goes over, cross grip. Brings it to the other side. And that's his way in to get that high lapel grip. And Fukuchi there just dropping. He knows and he feels the danger there from Kentoku. He's already got two Shidos on the board. One more and it's going to be all over. It's Kentoku taking the initiative, and that was a good attack there from Fukuchi. Under pressure, he realizes. Last chance, broke away. Did he break away? No. He's going to let it carry on. Got to keep one hand on if you break away. Controlling the head again here, Kentoku. Now he has the sleeve. And that was just a drop on the knees there from Fukuchi. I think he's going to get one last chance. Got to make sure that he rotates through. And that was a good one. Much better then. Got more rotation. This left-to-left stance, difficult for both of them. And that there was just, well, an attempt at the Kouchigari there from Fukuchi. An attempt at the Kouchigari, but unfortunately stopped by Kentoku. Kentoku gets a Shido there because I think the referee knows he's just pushing there to get the third Shido for Fukuchi, and we don't want to see that. We want to see judo all the way. We want to see them trying to score all the way. And that was a really, really poor attack. And that was definitely on the limit there. Poor attack, false attack. Doesn't get the third Shido. And another attack there from Kentoku. And Fukuchi just managing to attack almost at the same time. Just about gets away with it. Another really strong attack from Kentoku could wind this all up. Tries for the Kouchigari this time for Kuchi. Thinks about it anyway. And this time manages to just about come across. He's just about saving it here for Kuchi. Looks for the Osodogari, Kentoku. Any score from either one of these could steal this. And we know, don't we, exactly what's going on there. Kentoku just looking to get Fukuchi to step outside of the area for the third Shido. And mostly, the referee's not having any of it. They want to see a match decided on good attacking judo. Nearly 3 minutes into golden score here. Fukuchi into the attack. 2 good attacks there from Fukuchi. And Kentoku not too far away now from a second Shido. And now he's turning into the Osai Komi. The leg is trapped. Does the double lapel. He's got the Tachi Shogatami. And can he just secure it for 10 seconds here? Look at Fukuchi there. Sits up. And he says, oh, it's Togata. But was it Togata? Yes, 8 seconds only on the clock. And he just manages to avoid the Wazari. So this time, transition from Kentoku, and he secured the hold, but only for 8 seconds. So still, it's possible either one of these to score. The one that actually attacks with full-blooded attacks is the one most likely to get a score. He's trying to back him up again here, Kentoku. And a good attack! Oh, and look at that! Wazari scored there from Fukuchi, and it absolutely backfired on him there. Nearly, well, 4 minutes into golden score. Kentoku was piling on the pressure on the end there, and that is what action-reaction is all about. Fukuchi has stolen it, taking that action-reaction there against his opponent. Kentoku tried to get the third Shido against his opponent, and Fukuchi drops underneath for Seotoshi and gets the Wazari to win the title. The final of the under 73 kilos category, Takichi Yusuke in red against Kihara Kato in white. Takechi just taking the inside lapel grip. It's against an opposite stance again. Can they catch the sleeve? It'll be the same for both. And that lapel hand there, the Suruchi hand, just used to just get everything ready for the big throw. It's all about the preparation with that Suruchi hand. And then the Kazushi hand there, the sleeve hand, which is so difficult to get against opposite stance. We've seen a lot of left against rights in this tournament. Oh, look at that! Kosodogari, and that was a nice change of direction there from Kihara. And now immediately into the Newaza. Great transition, follows it through, leg trapped. Can he tie up the top half? Top half is not quite under control there, but he's got the Obatori, he's got the belt, and looking for the Obatori Geishi turnover. So good Newaza transition from Kihara. So Takechi now will know the danger. They can't prepare too much there and walk around and look as if they're going to take a grip. They've got to go in there and they've got to take a firm grip. Arm over the top. Well, arm over the top from both. They're both looking for the arm over the top. Yes, and Takechi just drops down there, I think felt the danger, and gets a Shido for it. And they keep separating with the grips here. And they're going to get Shido for it. And that's going to be a second one for Takechi and one for Kihara. And they are just walking around as if they have got all the time in the world there to take the kumakata. And it doesn't work like that. They've got to come forwards and they have to look for the grip and they have to take it. So now Takechi, who's wearing the red sash, is the one that's really got to take the initiative and come forwards. And Kihara, still looking for the inside grip. Well, a clash. And as he came through there, Takechi came high over and just a clash. Sometimes fingers into the eyes. Arm round the back here now, Takechi. So a lot of this stemming off the kumakata. They both want the dominant kumakata, of course they do. But both of them feel the danger. They're both a little bit nervous. They don't want to grip up. They feel the danger. Sodisura Komigoshi and tried to go in off the sleeve there. Now into the attack in Newaza. Takechi then puts a good attack in. Can't afford another mistake, Takechi. Already 2 Shidos on the board. Kihara has 1 Shido. We don't want it to be a Shido match. Always want to see a score. Arm underneath this time. From Takechi. Well, it's over the top now. Looking for the sleeve. Just look at them pecking away there at the sleeve. And that wasn't too far away, was it there? Takechi tried the sumigaeshi. And Kihara just about climbed off it. And there's the long way round again. Well, I wouldn't be doing that at this stage of the contest. Certainly not if I had 2 Shidos on the board there. They need to go directly into each other and get the grip. Nice Seanagi there from Takechi. At last managing just to go right the way underneath. And that's a second Shido for Kihara. 2 Shidos each. And Kihara saying, well, that went against the elbow. Nothing to do with Takechi though. And Takechi just manages to find the space and Kihara kind of moved into it. Again, just looking for that sleeve. So first 4 minutes is over. It's going to go into golden score. Everything to fight for from both of these. Just got to make sure that they keep coming forwards. First few good attacks could steal this. Obviously the first score goes, and that sumigaeshi there wasn't far off. Oh, he almost lands in the hold there, Takechi. That almost backfired on him. Came in for the sumigaeshi. And the sumigaeshi almost scored there, but Kihara almost fell in the hold as well. So now, starting to liven up a little bit. Arm over the back. And a good attack there from Kihara to get out of danger. And look how he comes forward now, Takechi. I think his coach is saying, you've got to go forwards. And he is piling on the pressure. Ashiwaza, Cianagi, got to get more rotation. And that, was it off the ground? I think that was off the ground there from Kahara. But he goes, look at that, he's looking for the arm lock. Udigatami, can he get the Udigatami there? He's on the arm and couldn't quite get it. And Mate called, but he was quick onto the arm there and quick into the newaza, Kihara. So now this contest starting to open up. Both fighters realizing that if they pile the pressure on, then they can steal the title. Everything to fight for. Cianagi, right the way between the legs this time. Went off the one grip, but managed to go right the way between the legs, and it's up to Kahara now to fire back. Kahara tries to come across, and Sumigeishi there from Takeichi. Well, now they've both started to really open up, and that means then that there's a good chance of a score. Left arm underneath there from Kahara, tries the Sumigeishi. They'll have to go forwards. Again, just standoff is really dangerous because they're both on two Shidos. Arm, right arm, over the top from Takeichi. Oh, and now tries the change of direction. It's going to happen from here. Looking for the Uchimata, Kouchigari. What a combination. One of them's going to go. Yes, he does. And it's Kahara that goes over there. Takeichi manages to roll him onto his back there for the counter. And Kahara, who really committed there, gets taken over for a Wazari scored. I don't think it warranted the Ippon. It doesn't make any difference. It was the first score, and that's why they were a little bit cagey. They both felt the danger of the throw. So the under 73 kilos All Japan national champion, Takeichi Yuzuki. The under 81 kilos category final, Akita Haru in red against Hayashi Kensai in white. And straight away there, in with the Ashiwaza. Good feet, sets up the big techniques. Of course, they sometimes score big ippons as well. Both on the lapel and the sleeves here, right to right. Big arm over the top there from Hayashi. Big fight for the dominant sleeve and lapel grip. Straight away there, Akita and Hayashi get a Shido for not attacking. Almost just a warning for them to just open up a little bit. As soon as we see them open up, we see the possibilities then of the big throw. Ouchigari, hopping Ouchigari, and almost went onto the Cianagi. Nice driving Ouchigari though. A little bit cautious, as always, a lot riding on this. The winner, of course, qualify for the Junior World Championships. And again, Ouchigari there and Hayashi trying to take advantage of it as he comes onto it. Trying to do the Seanagi or the drop Seatoshi. Ashiwaza again, sticky foot. Trying to stay on the foot there, get the drive. And he does it again there, just goes to the outside of the foot. And then I think he's going to pop the Osotogari in as well. Always an advantage if you can go over both flanks and attack over both flanks. So both of the fighters need to take the initiative. Ochigari. And I think Hayashi there, just looking for the little reverse Kataguruma. Quite unusual to, well, he gets a penalty for it because he didn't move him, did he? He just dropped to the floor. So if you're going to do it, Sad Malai is rather good at it. Oh, Ashiwaza! And yes, he's going to get a score. Wazari scored. That driving Kosotogari there from the Ashiwaza manages to get Akita Wazari on the board. Well, he threatened it several times, didn't he? Big arm over the top here now. Hayashi looking for the Sumigaeshi. He'll have to go in. And again, Akita looking for the Ashiwaza. So now it's all of a sudden opened up this contest. Akita gets a Shido for blocking out. Trying to stop the onslaught here from Hayashi. Hayashi trying to take the belt. Then trying to come across to control the head. And Akita saying no. Didn't like the danger. Are we going to see some newaza? Well, Hayashi realizes that he's got to come forwards here. He has to pile the pressure on. He's a Wazari down. 15 seconds only left on the clock. And it's clock ticking away and just holding on to this Akita. He's got a Wazari on the board. He knows that with only 4 seconds on the board, Hayashi's going to come forwards. Hayashi comes forwards again. Big arm over the back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's all over. And Akita Haru has done enough to win the title. He is the under 81 kilos category gold medalist. And it was a nice bit of Ashiwaza that got him the win. National champion at under 81 kilograms, Akita Haru. The under 90 kilogram final, Kawabata Kume in red, up against Sakasawa Ryosei in white. Right against left. Immediately just looking there, Kawabata for the Seanagi to the left. That left arm just flicking across, and there it is. The right hand, the Surati hand, just setting it up. We'll have to make sure that he gets good rotation though. And it's Sagasawa that needs to initiate now. They're both searching for the sleeve. And fighting on the edge as well. Need to get away from there. Looking for the Uchimata here. Sagasawa. Good strong attacks there. Out of danger on the edge. Plenty of time just to rotate back into the middle. No need to be stuck on the edge. And again, it's Kawabata just looking for that Seoinage, this time on the other side, and now looking for the turnover there in Newaza. Head to head here. Oh, look at that! Standing Morochi Seoinage there from Kawabata. At last he had the sleeve and the lapel and just decided there to stick the hips across. And he's going to go again as well. And remember, he can go left and right, Kawabata. Well, sometimes when you try and get the hips across, it's because of the other person. And Sagasawa there obviously feels the danger from the Seoinage, just kills it dead. So you've got to decide, the referee has to decide as to whether it was from the defense of the opponent or just a poor attack. One-handed attacks there from Sagasawa. And now looking for the Obatori turnover. Can't quite get the control and the momentum needed. You've got to go in straight away. You have to get movement in Newaza as well. It's not just about the Tachiwaza. And this time on the left, Kawabata. So fighting for the dominant grip, as always, very difficult against opposite stance. And now the Uchimata. And he's looking for the Uchimata all the time, Sagasawa. "50 seconds left of this first 4 minutes. Well, the time gone quickly. They're both trying to attack. You can see that they're just trying to get the dominant grip. Kawabata probably just ahead on good attacks. Saying that, and Sagasawa looking for the Uchimata all the time. Into the last 30 seconds. Trying to force him towards the edge, Kawabata, to get that opposite reaction. Left and right, Seoinage's being thrown in by Kawabata. Well, this is where you need the feet to start to get into action. The Ashiwaza, and there's just with 7 seconds to go, Sagasawa gets a Shido, which he'll carry over into golden score. So it's going into golden score. And now both of them will have to take the initiative and try and force the attacks. Sagasawa can't afford another penalty. Time for Kawabata to pile on the pressure. Oh, and there he goes again. Didn't have the other hand on, though. Now he has the sleeve. Oh, and that's a better one. And that was a strong attack there from Kawabata. I think one more like that, and Sagasawa we'll be looking at a second Judo. Tries to change the direction this time, Kawabata. Sagasawa just going in one-handed. Now then, Uchimata. That was much better. Just about saves it there, Sagasawa. Really tight between these two. Nothing in it at all. Literally just cancelling each other out. And again looking for that Uchimata there. Look at that. Almost back to front there, wasn't he there, Kawabata, for the defence. Talk about using your hips for defence. Kawabata showing how to do it. Getting the body in the wrong place at the right time. And Sagasawa that's looking for the right angle for the Uchimata. And it's Sagasawa that gets the second Judo on the board. So now he's under pressure. He's going to have to come forwards. Kawabata knows that, and it changes everything. Looking for the Seanagi again. Well, they're counting as attacks. So again, Sagasawa needs to get on his bike and needs to come forwards, needs to pile on the pressure. Another attack there from Kawabata. It'll have to be a strong couple of attacks, and that's not good enough. That's just one hand on, throwing the hips across there, hoping that Sagasawa gets a third Judo. It'll have to be strong attacks. Big left arm over. It'll have to go in here. Oh, looks for the change of direction, Sagasawa. He was looking for the Sumigeshi. Possibility in Newaza. Can he tie up the top half? The top half is hooked in. Can he take the leg out? And Kawabata looking to take that leg out here. They're both tired as well. Yes, it comes out, and he's into the Osai Komi. He just needs 10 seconds to win the title here. And look at the hips there. The hips, and well, the clock ticks away, and it's gone over the 10 seconds. It's all over. The Wazari has been scored. Kawabata manages to readjust the balance there. Enough to get the Wazari scored. I think he would have held him for the full 20 seconds, but he didn't need it. Kawabata does enough to secure the title at under 90 kilograms, and that was good transition, and Kawabata wins the under 90 kilograms. The final of the under 100 kilos category, Miki Nazumo in red against Ushimu Ayumu in white. Ushimu, left-handed fighter, got the lapel, inside lapel, that's what he wants anyway, and Miki, he also wants that inside lapel grip. Left against right, so looking for the sleeve. A lot of opposite stance matchups in these finals. And looking to the outside leg there, can be a little bit dangerous sometimes, especially with the Uchimata looming, and Ushimu has an Uchimata. It's always the problem against an opposite stance because of the Sakeishi. Just that sleight of hip there can mean that the other person gets the way in for the attack. Good bit of Ashiwaza there, and now transitioning into the newaza. Can he get the turnover? And he's onto the arm. This is a nice bit of groundwork here, and he didn't quite latch onto the arm properly, did he? But nice transition there from Ushimo. Always like to see the transition from tachiwaza to newaza. And it's the intention, I think. So both fighters get a Shido for not gripping up as positively as they could. Inside grip again, that's the Ruchi hand working well. Ashiwaza to set up the Uchimata. Ushimo looking to find the line. And as soon as he feels the danger, Miki is going in. That Tomanagi, although he will say the intention is to score, but I think more to get out of danger. Over halfway, this first 4 minutes. And again, looking for the Ouchigari, looking for the way in. Ushimo always looking to set up the right line for the Uchimata in. Miki looking for the Seanagi. Arm over, looking for the Sumigaeshi now. And just drops Ushimo. And he gets away with it. He just dropped out of danger there. Well, both fighting hard for the dominant grip, the one that they want. So both just a little bit tentative. They can feel the danger of the other one. So which one of them is going to take the chance to get the score? And that wasn't far off. Change of direction there with the Ashiwaza. And of course, if you've got a really strong forward attack, the hands can indicate that you're going to attack, and then you can change the direction. Coming up to the last 30 seconds of this first 4 minutes. And they're both in line for another Shido here. Ushimo decides that he's going to try, and there's a Seanagi there from Miki. 16 seconds left. They'll have to do something positive here. 5 seconds, it's going to go into golden score. So they let the last couple of seconds just tick away. And now into golden score, which one of them is going to start taking the chance? Looking to dominate the sleeve, then the lapel, and looking for the Uchimata again. Sumigaeshi there from Miki. Well, there's a lot at stake, and you can see that they're both very tentative with their attacks. Can't say that either one of them has really attacked 100%. Uchimata again, and again looking for the Ouchigari off it, Ushimo. Well, the referee stops it again. What to do with these two? He just lets it carry on. Difficult, because what do? You say, well, neither one of them really taking 100% commitment here. So both get a Shido, and that's 2 Shidos each. And it's there for one of them to take the chance to try and win it. Ashiwaza, Ushimo. Just a series of attacks here could wind it all up. And this is a real case of both fighters just not wanting to lose this. And they've got to change the mindset. One of them has got to decide, well, I've got to try and win it. Sleeve lapel, Ojigari this time. Well, just a few of those would be enough from Oshimo. We know he has the Uchimata, doesn't want to go full in for the Uchimata because of the Uchimata Sakeshi, but the Ochigari seems to find a way in. And a Tomonagi! Tomonagi this time from Miki. Drops underneath for the Tomonagi. Shimo manages to climb off it, and the referee says, let's have a look just to see if that got a landing. So the supervisors will have a look at the replay and they say, no, it didn't get the landing. So now 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes into golden score. Uchimata tries the Uchimata. And this time, Uchimata Kouchigari. Up to Miki to fire back. Miki will have to fire back now. He'll have to go forwards. Ashiwaza there from Oshimo. Two and a half minutes gone into golden score. And I think both of them struggling just a little bit here. Now, well, the referee saying Hajime, and it's still game on. The contest is there for one of them to win. Arm over. Now looking for the Uchimata. Almost gets the Uchimata there, Miki, but that is the closest we've come to a score. Ushimo now. It's up to him to fire back. Try and pull that back. They've both got Shidos on the board. Uchimata again, and again it's Miki that takes the initiative. He's now 2 really good attacks up. I think another couple of good attacks there, and that's another good attack there from Miki, and that might be enough. The referee turned towards Oshimo, and Oshimo gets the 3rd Shido there. That series of attacks from Miki just wraps it up. The 100 kilos category title goes to Miki Nazumo, and he just did enough in the end. The final of the plus 100 kilos category, Hatagiyama Gai in red against Sagawa Kengu in white. Hatagiyama with an extreme right grip. Wants to get that head over the sleeve hand. Both of them right-handed Extreme right-handed. Be interesting just to see who's going to go left as well. Looking for the Koichigari there, Hatakeyama. Strong fight for grips. We knew it was going to be a strong fight for grips. But they will have to go in. So a Shido each, just not positive enough with the Kumakata. They'll have to attack. Trying to get that big right arm over Sagawa. And again, just throwing it right the way across and trying the Ashiwaza at the same time. Trying to control the head. And just an attempt at the Ashiguruma then. So the defenses from both of these fighters, very, very strong, and not letting the other one just create that little bit of space in order to attack. It'll all rest on the Kumakata. They both want that dominant high lapel grip. But with one Shido on the board already, they'll have to make sure that they don't make too many mistakes. They soon add up. Hatakeyama tries the Seanagi, and it was a really high grip there from Sagawa, and he almost found himself in trouble there with the Shimiwaza possibility. So Sagawa, he's got to fire back. Trying to snap that sleeve grip off. Hatakeyama wants to get the big arm over the top, and that was another good attempt there. And Hatakeyama tries the Kochi as well. So they're just cancelling each other out, these two. Hatakeyama guy coming forwards. He's the one that's pushing forwards, and sometimes you can come unstuck with that. We've seen it in previous contests where the action-reaction from somebody coming forwards works to the advantage of the opponent. Both looking for the same technique. Oh, and he tried the Sasai sort of Komiyashi there. And we're into the last minute of this first 4 minutes. So that's gone quickly. And it's been a game of chess between these two. Cancelling each other out. They've got a Shido each. And they can't afford another one. That will pile the pressure on. Trying to get that sleeve, dominate the sleeve. Then Hatakeyama wants the arm across the top of the head or around the head to control the head. So right to right now. Nice Sasai Surakumi Ashi attempt. And that, I think, is where they're going to really start to open up the opponent there by going to the opposite flank. They need to change it. They're going the same way all the time. 5 seconds left in this first 4 minutes. So Mate called, and we go into golden score. So just managing to attack just the right amount, these two. Not to gain any more Shidos. There's the situation again. Tempting to go around that front foot. And tries the Makikomi there. Hatakeyama just gets his grip broken off and falls flat on his face. There's the Sasai Surakumiyashi again. Hatakeyama just ahead, I think, on attacks, but they just need a score. They definitely need a score. Sagawa will have to just get on his bike just a little bit. Now he's got the ideal situation. Look at that, Osodagari. As soon as he got two hands on there, he went to town, looked for the Ochigari, looked for the Osodagari. So a second Shido coming to Hatakeyama. And also Sagawa gets the second Shido as well. Thought he might have got away with it with that last couple of techniques. So two Shidos each, one more and it's going to be all over. And this plus 100 kilos category will be all decided. Who's going to take the chance? It's always a big chance. Osodagaishi is one of the biggest counter techniques when you get an extreme right to right or left to left. Oh, and Sasai Surakumiyashi again there just rocks Sagawa. And now it's up to Sagawa to up the pace. Just falling behind on attacks. Well, he can't do too much of that. They've got to come forwards. They've got to grip up. And again, just looking to attack that front leg. And he's really tempted there, isn't he, Sagawa, to go for it. But he feels the danger, especially with two hands on. And there, now a nice Sasai Surakumiyashi there by Sagawa. So both of them realizing that they've got to attack over the other flank. Starting to breathe just that little bit heavily. Now, both of these. Already done a full 4 minutes and we're 2 minutes and 23 seconds into golden score. Who can find the extra little bit of pace here? They're looking for the Osodagari. Are they going to go for it? Oh no, again looking for the Sasai Surakumiyashi, and Sagawa almost counters Hatakeyama. Well, both looking for the same technique with their change of direction. Both looking for the Osodagari. Hashiguruma. Might even be Harai. Both trying to control the head, trying to control the sleeve as well. And tries the Kochigari this time, Hatakeyama. Well, the condition's going to come into it now as well, and it all depends who can dig in, who wants it the most. This for a possible place in the junior world team. They know that. They're scared to give something away. They've got this far and they don't want to lose it at this stage. But they're going to have to take a bit of a chance. Now he goes in again, and Sagawa this time goes across. And now Sagawa starting to take the initiative. Just one score will decide this. One more penalty either way. Tries to go to the outside leg this time, Sagawa. Goes to the Ashiwaza, then across for the Osodagari. Now Sagawa starting to pull away. Hatakeyama now has got to go in. has to attack. Tries the Sasai, Surakumiyashi. And now, we've seen no Newaza so far. We need to see maybe an attempt on the ground. Because I can tell you now, Hatakeyama is out on his feet. Two full contests now, back to back, have gone. We're 4 minutes 26 into golden score. Fighting hard for the grips. Referee allowing them to carry on. Now dominating the sleeve. Sagawa, is he going to go in again? Slaps that lapel grip off. Makikomi. Oh, that was very, very close there. That Sona Makikomi there by Hatakeyama almost finished the contest. And he just managed to stop the landing there, Sagawa. Just a side landing would have done it, and the referee says, well, let's just have a little look just to see if it did get the landing. It didn't. And it's Hajime. So this marathon final, going back and forth, just about rescuing with the amount of techniques and attacks that they're doing. Now he goes in again here, Sagawa. Hatakeyama, he's going to have to go in. Can't afford to be static. Is he going to go across? Will he try the Sasai Surakumiyashi again? And that was a close one there from Sagawa. So Sagawa and Hatakeyama both attacking with the Makikomi. Both of them have come pretty close. But their defense is just about keeping each other out. Coming up to 6 minutes, golden score. Definitely one of the longest contests in this tournament. And they are still coming forwards, and that wasn't far off there from Sagawa. Look for the Ashiguruma, popped the leg across there and rocked Hatakeyama. Up to Hatakeyama now to push forwards. Can he bounce back? They keep bouncing back, these two. Back and forth with the attacks and a clash there. And I think a thumb into the eye. And it's because they're trying to get that big high hand over the back of the neck to dominate the head. He still can't see properly there, Sagawa. Nothing worse, actually, than getting a poke to the eye. Away they go again. A little bit of a rest. And I say just a little bit. Now in for the same grip. Sagawa starting to pick it up. Trying to send the right arm over. And as soon as he sends the right arm over there, Hatakeyama tries the Sasai Surakumiyashi. Excellent back and forth judo from both of these. Just doing enough not to get that third Shido. And the referee wants to be right! Seoinage! And that was a good attack there from Hatakeyama. Right the way in there for the shoulder throw. Coming up to 7 minutes. Golden score. And he really pushed the hips across there. Referee saying, let's have a little bit of action here. Let's tuck the belt in and let's tuck the jacket in, should I say. And let's make sure that we get on with this. Looking for every second that they can get there just to draw a little bit of breath, recuperate. And this is the time when the forearms are burning and the lactic acid is in the forearms there, and it's really difficult to get that jacket tucked into the belt. Referee says enough, Hajime, and away they go again. 7 minutes now into golden score. They've done 4 minutes before that, remember. And now he's got that big right arm over the top. Is he going to go in? Osodagari, Ashiguruma. Oh, and it was very, very close there. Segawa, very close, and starts to pile the attacks in, and this will be the first exchange on the ground that we will have seen. Decides against it. A lot of energy expended on the ground. Says, no, I might need just a little bit towards the end here. And again, told to hurry up a little bit here, Segawa. And if he takes his time too much, it could cost him because he could get that third Shido. Hatagiyama says, come on, let's get going. Let's get on with this, and pushes forwards. It's just going to be one mistake. One mistake. Oh, not far off again with the Sasai. Surakomiyashi there. Hatagiyama almost gets it. Now he's on top, trying to go for the shimiwaza, but the balance wasn't right. Too high up over the head. And easily out there, Segawa. 8 minutes coming up, golden score. And that is incredible. You don't see that very often in the plus 100 kilos category. Osodagari there, Segawa. It's going to be a series of attacks that's going to steal this. And now tries the Sasai, Surakomiyashi. They say if you're going to go with your own technique, and they're both looking for exactly the same technique here. Their change of direction is the Sasai Surakomiyashi. They're trying to come across for the Makakomi. Segawa looking for the Osodagari as well. Now they've got to go in. They can't afford to be static. Not now. So much work gone into this. They have the grip. Somebody's going to go in. Big high lapel grip. Now looking for the control of the jacket here. And that was close. Almost countered there, Segawa. And it's Segawa that's really struggling now. And look at that. Hatagiyama says, well, I want to get on with this. And Segawa just pushing that jacket into his belt there. The referee all the time saying, hurry it up, let's get on with it. One last exchange, I think, here. Who's going to put themselves out? Who's going to go for it? One series of attacks will do it. And now, look at that. Hatagiyama goes. Oh, look at that. It almost picks him up there, Segawa. And it was Hatagiyama that went forwards and Segawa waiting for the mistake. They really have been bouncing off each other all the time. And the referee has stopped it. That's enough. He's seen enough. And Segawa is the one that gets the third penalty. He gets on Sakomaki, and Hatagiyama wins the title by default. It was back and forth all the way through. The longest golden score I think I've ever seen at plus 100 kilograms. But in the end, it was Hatagiyama guy who wins the plus 100 kilos category title. So that's all from the Takasaki Arena, where we've seen some interesting matches with some great techniques and spirited judo. Congratulations to all the competitors and all the newly crowned national champions.